Hi guys, welcome back to Botanical Woman! Today is a really special day. Is it really that special? I don't know. Today's my birthday and we're in the pandemic, but it's good. I've been having a really great day. And to top it off, my fish tank finally came. I'm really excited to get all my plants in there because I did a lot of research and started thinking about what texture looks good with what color looks good with what. So I'm going to be doing a aquascaping video, if you're interested in that as well. Without further ado, this video is actually going to be about why I bought this tank and this size tank, I guess. So it's kind of like two questions. So the first question is, there's so many fish tanks out there, and it's like, how do you buy the one that's going to work for you? So first of all, you really want to ask yourself what kind of fish you want to keep, because different types of fish requires different tank sizes. And I want to keep a community tank, which means that, I have different types of fish throughout the tank. And in the aquatic world, they talk about fish tanks in like top, middle, and bottom. So you have fish that live, they like to hang out on top, closer to the surface of the water, and they have fish that want to hang out, just chill on the bottom and hide in the plants. And then there's your usual tetras that like to hang out in the middle. They're less shy, sort of, especially if they're kept in a school. I'm not gonna get fish right away, but it is obviously something that I want to do. So basically I was like, what kind of fish do I really want to keep? So I learned a lot about different types of fish that you can keep in a freshwater aquarium, and there's a lot of fish out there. But because I wanted a community tank, it helped me narrow down my choices. I decided that I definitely wanted some pearl gouramis, and that fish requires at least a 30-gallon tank. Another fish I really want to keep is the German blue ram. Beautiful, gorgeous fish, super cute. It's only 2 inches. I'm super fascinated with how small and beautiful these fishes are. They both require at least a 30-gallon tank. So that really helped me decide that I want a bigger tank, because I don't want to end up a year from now wanting to upgrade to a bigger tank. Might as well start with it now. In addition to that, it's easier to manage the water parameters in a bigger tank. The one that I ended up with is a 36-gallon. The pH fluctuations are not going to be as extreme because there's just more volume of water, and therefore it'll make it easier for you to keep your pH balanced and your plants happy. Now, as far as the material, I ended up with getting an acrylic tank, and that's not because I personally preferred it. It was just at a good price point for a 36-gallon. I looked at some rimless low iron fish tanks, which are really in these days. They're called rimless tanks. It doesn't have a black rim at the bottom. And those tanks are a lot more expensive. For me to get something of this size was gonna cost a lot and wasn't really readily available, and I wanted it just to be able to ship to me. But on that note, in hindsight, if they basically didn't ship this, I would have ended up buying a regular fish tank from Petco. Petco has an amazing sale once a year, is what I understand, and it should be coming up soon. They say that it usually happens in the winter time, which is perfect. And they do $1 a gallon sale on all their tanks. And I think it's up to 40 gallons or something, and after that it's 50% off. So it's a great deal. So if I wanted a 30-gallon tank, it would have been $30 versus this hefty price tag that I paid for. But I don't regret it because I think it's going to be super nice. I looked at a bunch of videos of other people kind of talking about it and reviewing their tank. It looks gorgeous. The only major downside with an acrylic tank is that it scratches easily. I'm just willing to make that sacrifice and know that it will get scratched. And deal with it. So what kind of fish you're going to keep, and water parameters. And obviously your own space. I'm not going to lie, this fish tank is a little too big for our living room. But I'm going to make it work because I really want it. And I want to put loads of plants in it. I want a lot of diversity in my, I want to put shrimps, snails. I want schools of fish at the bottom, schools of fish in the middle. I'm going to do some pearl gouramis. I'm going to do some betta fish. Yeah, it's going to be booming in there. So stay tuned if that is something that you are interested in.